So the guild dues, you said, would be $10 to $25 a month.
Well, I mean, we're
Roughly,
totally
guesstimating.
up to, yeah.
Guesstimating,
Yeah.
fine, just, I'll take that just for a number, so I
So
can
it's a
talk
low
about
end.
a number. Where does the money go? Does it sit in a general fund? And then you talked about a retainer, and then obviously at some point, there's an hourly fee on top of the retainer. So how does this funding work if the $10 to $25 fee, or 25 to 40 or 45, whatever, doesn't cover that? I mean, how does the funding work for the various services, and when do they get brought on board?
In terms of lobbyists, at least what I know, is you have lobbyists that have different types of fee agreements, just as lawyers do. Some will do a retainer, some will do hourly, or some will do a combination of the two. And so, depending on what you think is in your best interest financially, you would choose one model over the other in terms of getting a lobbyist. Just as with any other services, I would say the majority of my clients for our firm work on a retainer so that they know that their costs are going to be the same every month and it doesn't change. And with that, they get covered, in all their labor activities, unfair labor practice complaints, grievances, grievance arbitrations, negotiations, wage analysis, advice on labor and employment matters, that type of stuff that needs to get covered.
So which
Because
is-
a lot of times you have a guild, especially when they're starting out, they don't have the resources. And so really that retainer model works extremely well for them. And that's why I say, I'd say a majority of the guilds and associations out there work on that model. Now, some choose to not do that, and often those groups have so much money, they don't know what to do with it all. I mean, just imagine if you were collecting, let's say, $200,000 a year and spending $100,000. Well, within a few years, you've got quite a big war chest. And then at that point, you may say to yourself, it's probably better that we pay our lobbyist by the hour, or we pay the attorney by the hour. We think it's more cost effective. So,
Who chooses the lobbyist?
you do.